want your enemy to run away? Do you want anyone that said that you are not going to have peace, or that said that anything that you are doing that you're not going to survive, or that anything that you touches your hand shall die? Do you want such person to run away and never come back to you again? Do you want God to revenge to those that have been disturbing you, or to those that have been doing you one evil to other? And maybe you have been praying, or maybe you have done some recipes, or maybe you have done some spiritual work, or maybe you have paid people to try and do some works for you, and yet this problem continues. It can be a sickness, it can be a disease, it can be a childless, it can be lack of money, it can be disappointment, it can be failure in life. And you know that these things is not ordinary. This is as a result of somebody manipulating you, or this may be as a result of someone out there manipulating you. So stay tuned. In today's video, I'm going to share with you an amazing and powerful recipe on how to make this prayer. And believe me, all your enemies, all the enemies of your progress, all the enemies of your success, they will all confess and run away without coming back. So stay tuned while I share with you. I greet you all, depending on wherever you are watching me from, my family all over the world. Thank you for always being here. My name is Promise, in case you can see me for the first time. So in this channel, I share about the spiritual tips and health tips, how to use natural things for these uses. So if you find it helpful and you want to know more, please do subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you will always get notified whenever I upload a new video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back, and God bless you forever. Okay, so guys, in today's video, I want to talk, or I want to teach you an amazing, powerful back to sender prayer, or this a revenge prayer. All right, a prayer that you can make, or a prayer that after you done praying it, all your enemies, they will all confess and leave you forever. Okay, now for this particular recipe, before you go on to do this, you have to make sure that you are innocent of that particular thing that you want to pray for. What do I mean? If you are the type that you are always wishing somebody's evil, please stay away from this recipe. If you are the type that maybe you have manipulated somebody's before, please don't go on to do this recipe. Or if you are the type that you have stopped somebody's progress in life, please, I beg you, don't go on to do this. But if you have done this in the past, known and unknown to you, and now you have repented and desist from those evil, all right, go on to do it. And somebody is manipulating you, please, first of all, ask for forgiveness of whatever you did, and try this recipe to stop them from attacking you. Now, this is what you are going to do. Is it that you are sick, maybe spiritual sickness? What I mean by spiritual sickness is this: you are sick, and when you go to the hospitals, you run different type of tests, you go different kind of scans. The doctors, everyone, they will tell you that you are fine, nothing was wrong, and yet you are going down gradually inside your body. Or are you the type that you have married 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, now medically you and your spouse are okay, but yet nothing is happening? Or are you the type that your business is not going or rising and falling? So any challenges that you are going on in this life, that you know that this is not just ordinary, there is no how God created you. Yes, I know that everybody must not be rich, but definitely you must be comfortable. Okay, now you must be comfortable if you believe it works for you. Okay, but in a situation whereby when you start this thing today, tomorrow it goes down, you borrow money to do business, at the end of every time you cannot give account of that money. You are doing business, you store your goods with a lot of goods, after selling it you will not see money to restock that goods. It's not ordinary. Okay, so try this recipe. Don't just be discouraged. Maybe you have paid a lot of people to do work for you, or maybe you have done some works on yourself, yet this thing continues. Try this recipe, you will come back with testimony by the grace of God. Let me tell you, any prayer you made, or you did, or you do in the sun and the moon and the what, like I told you, all the forces of the earth, as a point of contact, it works like magic. Okay, so in doing this particular recipe, you need an alligator pepper. Now, sometimes a lot of people thought that alligator pepper is evil. No, naturally alligator pepper is a fruit that we eat, mostly our elders eat in daily basis. But spiritually, it has a lot of spiritual benefit, which anybody can use it for a prayer, as long as your hands are clean. If your hands is not clean, you are not meant to use an alligator pepper, because alligator pepper is a spirit, and alligator pepper does not go a shameful message. So that means that if your hands are not clean and you are making use of an alligator pepper, revise may be the case. Now another thing is this: if you are making this recipe, or if you are making this prayer and you are not sure of a particular person, please don't mention anybody's name. Reason is this: when you mention somebody that is innocent, you go ahead to make this prayer and you mention the person, then maybe you are suspecting the person, or maybe there is somebody told you something about the person, and you went on doing this, or you go on doing this, mentioning the person's name, and the person is innocent. 7 days the prayer will come back to you. So in order to play safe, don't mention anybody's name. God Almighty, the universe, they know who is against your success. So just go and make your prayer and leave the rest to God to manifest. Okay? Now this is what you need to do. You get your alligator pepper. I told you, in case if you are seeing me for the first time, if you are using your alligator pepper for the first time, you have not opened it before, you take it through your back to open it. Then before you bring it to the front, to take how many seeds that you want. Please, for those that have been asking me like, oh Lady P, the alligator pepper I saw in the store, or the alligator pepper that is in my country, is the one that's already removed from the shell and is stored on the plastic or whatever. Please, that one is not meant for spiritual uses. Okay? The only alligator pepper that you need for your spiritual recipe is the one that you yourself use your hand to open for that reason. So if you know how to order it, please go ahead to order it. You are not going to regret it. Thank you. Now this is what this is what you need to do. Now you are going to do this early morning. You go to the early morning sun. Early morning sun. That morning sun that comes out around 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that is early morning sun. Now you go there. Now stand barefooted. Don't wear any slippers or any shoe. Take 7 seeds of alligator pepper. Now when you take 7 seeds of alligator pepper, put it in your mouth. If you can chew it and make the prayer, fine. But if you cannot chew it, just hold it in your mouth there. Now you are going to be making use of your second finger. I think it's an index finger or what? Yes. So you are going to make use of this finger. Okay? Now you are going to point it on the sun. Please, this particular recipe is a powerful recipe that works like magic. So if you want to do it, just free your heart. If you want to do it, just be serious. Don't be distracted. Alright, don't do it because Lady B asks you to do it. Do it because you want God to avenge for you. Do it because you want to liberate yourself. Okay? Now, you're going to use this hand. It's very, very important. Don't forget using this hand. Point it up to the sun as the alligator pepper is in your mouth. Call your name 7 times and say this. Any man or woman that is born of a woman that has a hand in this particular situation that I am into, you mention that situation. Okay? You mention that situation. I'm not saying you should say one thing. If you have 100 situations, go ahead and mention them. That is what I mean by speaking into existence, that you are speaking those things to the air, to the sun, to the earth to hear you. Okay? That any man or woman born of a woman that has a hand in this particular poverty, for example, that I'm going through, or that has a hand in this particular lacking of my visa or whatever that you are going through, that today you are reporting such person to the sun. If I have, you call your name. If I have ever done such thing to anybody, but if you have done that to anybody before and you have repented, you know what you said. You just said that God should forgive you for doing that. But as at now that you have stopped doing those things, that anyone that has doing that particular thing to you, that you are reporting that person to the sun. You are reporting that person using this alligator pepper and the sun as a point of contact. That wherever that person is, in the east, west, south, and north, that today, that alligator pepper is a spirit. And alligator pepper does not back in a cheerful journey. Therefore, wherever that person is, that let God of judgment judge that person to whatever you want. So you just say, if you want to death, and you sabi. If you want to life, now you sabi. If you want to that person to judge to the America, now you sabi. Okay. So now after you done making your prayers, okay, now you are going to chew that alligator pepper in your mouth. If you have already chewed it, now you are going to spit it. This is how you spit it. First of all, you spit it in your front and said, wherever that person is, even if the person is in your front, that you are spitting it. You are spitting this alligator pepper that is a spirit to go and fight for you. Turn to your right, spit. You know saying that 7 you put in your mouth. Even if now only small that comes out, but make sure you complete this number. Okay? Then you spit small in your front and say that, and spit in your hand, in your right, and say so. Spit in your back, spit in your left hand to complete it. Let me tell you, that 4 is the 4 corners of the earth: east, south, north, and west. The 4, if I use my own native, many people will be like, oh, lady, we don't understand. We used to call it 4 market days. Orie, okay, Orie, Afo, Orie. Sorry, Orie, Afo, Nkwo, Eke. Alright, so if you don't understand it, just say it east, south, west, and north. It's the same thing. Okay? Then you have to spit it like that. Now go back and see what is going to happen. You can do this recipe for 7 days. Okay? Do it for 7 days. And definitely by God's grace, you are going to see a lot of changes in your life. Now let's assume where you are living, or maybe you cannot go outside to the moon to do this because of some people. You know, people have some different reasoning. Some people might see you, they don't know your intention. They will thought maybe you are doing evil or you are doing diabolical things, but is you that know exactly what you are doing. So this is what you are going to do. Stay in your back corner. If you can stay in your back corner or your front corner, provided you are facing the sun, you are seeing the sun, stand barefooted, go ahead to do the recipe as well. It will definitely work for you. This recipe works like magic. It's an amazing and powerful recipe to revenge your enemy, or to avenge, or for God to fight for you. So I wish I share with you, and I wish you congratulations in advance, and I wait your testimony, and I pray that it's going to definitely work for you, and everything about your life will change for good. Thank you all for watching. If you follow me up this moment and you have not yet subscribed, please do that, please, so that you will always get my notification and also join the family. Thank you all for watching. Still your girl Promise saying bye.